Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the January 21st, the terrific or thirsty Thursday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we'll go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in right now, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered. Go ahead, send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Thursday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now, a little bit of a mixed bag out here. Dow off 27, S&P is flat, NASDAQ up 80, Russell's off 18 points. Leading the charge dollar-wise, the upside, Amazon, $53. Extraction oil and gas up 2,900%. That's a big move. ASML Holdings up 21, Google's up 16. To the downside, Mercado Libre off $40, 2%. MicroStrategy $25, nearly 5%. Booking Holdings $21 or 1%. Align Technologies off nearly 3% or 16 buckaroonies. But let's do this here. Basil typed in something inside the Tiger's Den as he was ending after he'd ended the show. Wanted me to my take on GBTC. That is the grayscale Bitcoin ETF out there. And so here I just put this chart together because this is important. The question is, what's the underlying instrument? Well, we know that it's Bitcoin, but the top portion of the chart, there's a grayscale ETF. It's just a line chart, so you can see the total directional correlation out there. So we'll just start with that. And that's important because if I was just simply, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this page out here. We don't need that. Don't need to save that. Because if I was just going to take a look at GBTC, which I will, first I'll put the screen, I'm going to put this screenshot up here. And here is the daily time frame chart for it. Now, in its case, price is trading below right now the bottom of its daily profile, which is 32.77. That's a key level of support. The structure of this profile was slightly bearish out there, not overly, but slightly bearish. Regardless of that, when you close below support, which is what GBTC has done, that tells you head to the next support level. Now, I don't have the weekly time frame up here. Just on the daily time frame, the next support level is $15.29. The way that I take a look at support and resistance is that you need to see two consecutive closes, either above resistance or below support, to give you a sound signal. Otherwise, it's just a one-day or one-hit wonder out there. But nonetheless, when you do crack it, boy, it tells you about the cracks in the eggs. And so this says, if we're just to look at GBTC, to expect lower price. Now, that may be the case. There's an A to B equals CD to the downside, so it just may be forming a Gartley buy pattern. But now let's go and we'll come back to GBTC. We can look at multiple time frames, but I want you to keep this fresh in your mind, this chart, because if I was just to start there, and that means I would be ignoring the underlying instrument, and I would never do that to you. Why? Because what we really want to understand is what's the message of the underlying instrument. And what you're going to see here is something that looks totally different, but understandable. Now, this is the March contract for Bitcoin. What did March contracts do so far? Well, it topped with what? A TD9 count. Those of you that have been listening to the show for a long time, you're familiar with that term. If you're not familiar with it, or you're not familiar with the pattern, you want to learn this pattern. You can easily learn this pattern. Just subscribe to Mastering Probability. You can do it for 29 days. It doesn't cost you anything. It's just going to cost you to not know this pattern, and I want you to know it. So you've got the valid topping pattern. By the way, in GBTC, we did not have a valid topping pattern. But when did it top? It topped with Bitcoin. So paying attention to, so even if you trade, you don't have to trade the futures contract for Bitcoin. But if you are in GBTC, I'm sort of giving the message to you that you better understand what's going on inside the futures contract for it. Now here, unlike GBTC, which is closed or is trading below the bottom of profile, we know that Bitcoin itself is pulling into support. Hasn't even got there yet. What do you mean it hasn't got there yet, Steve-O? Well, if you take a look at its profile, it is bullish in structure. That means buyers are hanging out between 29,565 and 31,130. We haven't gotten down to 31,130. In order for GBTC, in order for you and I to be able to say, hey, the message is it broke through the bottom of its daily profile and it's headed lower, well, you'd have to get that confirming message here. Do we have it? We do not. We do have a valid top. That really suggests that price should make its way back to support. It's doing that. And if price closes below 29,565 at 26,720 is where you have the next support level. That is where price most recently broke out on this most recent move here. A close below that, 26,720, would be telling us about a change in trend. We don't have that. So you can't just pay attention to the GBTC chart. You've got to take a look at what's going on in Bitcoin. Now, here we can actually go down to multiple time frames. We can go to our 30-minute time frame. What should you be anticipating and expecting on a 30-minute? Well, Bitcoin formed a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. It did that when it generated this bullish engulfing candle. It looks like about an hour and a half ago or so. And then it was followed up on the last session at 1 o'clock with another bullish reversal candle, the piercing. Here's where Bitcoin is headed to, the top of its profile on a 30-minute time frame. That's 32,875. If price can close above that, you should expect and anticipate price will make a run for 35,350. So different messages. Of course, we're looking at a 30-minute time frame versus the first chart was a daily time frame. Let's take a look at the hourly chart here for Bitcoin. The hourly chart, does it have a bottoming pattern out here? We'd have to push it to say that it does. What you'd really want to see to confirm that move that we looked at on the 30-minute chart, you'd want to see price close above 32,554. That's the hourly oscillator unchanged line. What about the 2-hour time frame? Don't know what we've got out here. We've got nada, zilch, zippo. How about the 4-hour time frame? What do we have? We're looking for some type of bottoming signal. We don't have that here. So it's just in the early stage, and watch that 32,875. But overall, in the bigger picture, at this stage of the game, Bitcoin itself has not busted through support. It should get down there, 29,565 to 31,130. Okay, I'll put over the other chart here for GBTC just so you can take a look at levels. But, folks, if you really want to understand what's going on in GBTC, spend your time focused on what's going on inside of Bitcoin itself. Here we take a look at GBTC. We'd say there would be support at 3015. That is on the weekly time frame. If I look at a short-term time frame for it, this has a TD9 count bottom. That is bar number 8, and a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern. So the 30-minute chart here is dancing along with Bitcoin, but watch the Bitcoin chart, because that's where GBTC gets its orders from. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So we're going to go take a look at SPCE, that's Virgin Galactic Holdings for S&P in our Tiger's Den. So we can see that there's a new profile that has formed out here, S&P. So you've got, and it's bullish in structure. So your support area is between 2907 and 3093. Resistance is going to be 33.72. Price is trading above the top of its weekly and monthly profile. So it's really the daily that you would focus in on. My other chart, I'm going to go ahead and pull this over here momentarily, but it's not picking up today's data for some reason on Virgin Galactic. And folks, if we do get cut off here, my apology. Still internet issues outside. The guys have tried. They think they have it narrowed down. Now, when I say that means narrowed down, I'm at the end of the trunk, so to speak. And the guys outside say they're searching for two wires. They know that it's two wires that have a problem. They're checking every single pole up and down my street, haven't found it. Now, that's not a good thing because they've been out there for days. Luckily, I got the newsletter out this morning, and then within 25 minutes to a half hour, boom, down. And luckily, we got up just before the show. So if we do get knocked off the air, my apology, and hopefully they get that figured out and resolved. I said, hey, just run all new wires out here. Come on, guys. In any event, let's take a look at space and SPCE. As far as its topping pattern, it did generate a TD9 count out here, and that was about 4 days ago. So this suggests that price should pull back to support, which would be about 28.98. Now, this is not going to have the new profile. I don't even have today's date out there. So we got 28.98 here as one potential level of support, and you have 29.07 as the bottom of the profile out there. So that's what I would be looking for if you're trying to get into it. That would be the area to be paying attention to. A close below the profile says, oh, okay, hold on a minute here. You might get back to 22.96. Not there yet, but there's something to pay attention to. No topping pattern on the weekly. No topping pattern, I believe, on the monthly. So it's really just the daily that's driving what's going on behind SPCE. But I expect it to pull back to test the support levels that we looked at. There was also a request to take a look at Myrna, MRNA, is that what it is? MNR? Let me see which one is. Where is it? mRNA. Okay, good. So I'll get that fired up on my other charts here. But in the meantime, let's take a look at daily, weekly, and monthly profile. So Myrna is trading inside a bullish structured daily profile, well above the center, which is at 114.96. Support, by the way, 110.92. This suggests that Moderna is headed up to 147.26, the top of its daily profile, consolidating with inside its weekly profile. Not enough data to generate a monthly profile at this stage of the game. Let's go take a look at our other charts out here. And what do we have? This is the daily time frame. I'm just looking. What do we have? We got this, we got that. So it doesn't have today's data, but today's data out here, you and I can see it's trading at 135. That tells me it's trading above the oscillator and change line. That's a confirmation that you should see mRNA, Moderna, head up to 147.26. If price can close above 147.26, 163.76 becomes your target. So hope that helps you out, S&P, with regard to MNRA and SPCE. Thanks so much for writing in. I tell you what I want to do out here is I don't have any other requests, and so we've taken care of, I believe I've taken care of everything that was requested inside the Tiger's Den. And so here's what we're going to do. This is one of the things that I'm following all the time. So on my screen, this is kind of like a little dashboard. And that little dashboard, just take a look at what's going on the short-term time frames out here to take a look at some potential intraday type turns. And here I'm just looking at, these are instruments that I trade. So here you're looking at the futures contract, gold, silver, light sweet crude, natural gas, and so forth. So if you take a look at the 30, the 60-minute, 120-minute, now we got bottoming signals in the Russell 2000, topping signals in the NQ, the ES, and the Dow out here. So we've got a mixed bag. So what I realize that what I want to do then is then go to the next step. Is there any first? So in the ES mini, I said, what's the next step? So I want to focus on the 60-minute time frame right now. In the 60-minute time frame, which shows a top signal out there, Rhodes Momentum Indicator top signal. What's that referring to? So that's a good question. Let's pull over the chart here, first chart, and that's the 60-minute time frame. And what that's referring to is, there we go, is the pattern that has identified the top out here. This is another pattern that I teach. If you don't know this, you want to know this. You really want to know this, because I can guarantee you one thing. This pattern has been present before every single bear market in existence inside the Dow going back to 1896. Every single one of them. That does not mean that every single one of these turns into a bear market. But you want to be aware when this signal fires up. And on a 60-minute time frame, it did fire up at its highs, little shooting star to confirm that pattern. And right now, prices found support at the bottom of a profile, which was 38.60. The other thing I like to do with regard to when we get these signals out here is take a look at market breadth. Well, it just so happens that we have the ability to take a look at market breadth for the S&P 500 for 4 different time frames, really 5 different time frames. On this set of tools here, just 4 different time frames, 60-minute, 240, daily, and weekly. So what you can see here, the 60 and 240, that price has gotten into the red zone. What's the red zone mean? It's revved its engine too hard, and it could be blowing a gasket out here. No, that's not what it means. What it means is that you now have more instruments on a hourly time frame that are trading below the bottom of their profiles, which measures 249 of them, versus 121 above the top of their profiles. Why is this important? Because if there are market turns, not saying there's going to be one just yet, if there are market turns, what you and I know is we start to see the short-term time frames crater first. That's the 1 hour time frame. Here is the 4 hour time frame. And as we came out, this was not the case at 1 o'clock when we came on the air. So this has worsened? Is that a word? I don't know. But what I do know is that we now have, as of 1:25 in the afternoon, 185 instruments for their 4 hour time frame, trading below the bottom of the profile versus 164 above the top. So that's an important piece of information and clue for us. Now, if we take a look at the NDX 100 out here, the NDX 100, it's the 60-minute time frame that's in the red zone. So it gives us something to go take a look at. When I say take a look at, we want to go see if there are key levels of support that are breaking there. What's a key level of support for the 60-minute time frame? Well, one of those things. Now, why isn't the TD9 stuff on here? What's the deal? There we go. Okay. So first key level of support actually had failed. And that was the profile that was in place when that Rhodes Momentum Indicator top formed. We have another profile that formed below the prior profile. That tells us about a descending. It's kind of like lower highs, lower lows out here. So we're seeing that. So the key level to be watching during this next hour or so is going to be 38.60 to the bottom. 38.55 to the top. That's support and resistance, bear structured profile. If you see it close below 38.38, it says, hey, I could pull back to 37.94. That is where price broke out. When price starts breaking through some key levels of support, it's really communicating to you, it wants to go back and test out where it had broken out from. That's another beauty of the TD9 count. You see, I guarantee you on this chart we're looking at, a 60-minute chart, no one, not a single technician, other than those used in the TD9 count, would have picked 37.94.75 as a support area. But you've seen this tool work time and time again, and that is where price broke out on the ES Mini. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined the Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
if you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back. Dow's flat. S&P is up 1 point. We're taking a look at the ES Mini. We were focused on the 60-minute time frame chart because of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping pattern out there, and we know the key levels to be watching. A 30-minute time frame chart also had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping signal. We don't have any kind of bottoming pattern, although there is an A to B equals CD pattern. And what we can say, so here's really the most important thing. We're looking at the breakout level on that 60-minute time frame. Now, I want to take a look at where price pulled back to on a 30-minute inside the ES, right? Now, people would have chosen this approximate area as a area of support, not necessarily the breakout level, but here you can see how key that breakout area, 38, 40, 75. We see prices come back. It's tested it 4 times over the course of the last several hours out here. It is held. It's inside a bullish structured profile out here. This suggests that price should make a run for 38.49 or thereabouts. So if you see that unfold, you should expect that. Price had a top, went back to support, tried to bust through support 4 different times. As Tom likes to say, if you can't bust them to the downside, price will try to bust them to the upside. Well, the bust them to the upside here is either 38.49 or 38.53. Those would be the areas to be watching. Likewise, okay, I can't control what takes place next. But if you see 2 closes below 38.40.75, that tells you a move back to 38.05 based upon the 30-minute time frame out there. Now, that's the ES Mini and its patterns. And as I had mentioned, if we take a look at the Russell 2000, now this will take just a few minutes here to populate. It's got to go do all these calculations for the 5-hour, 4-hour, 2-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute daily time frame. Well, that was pretty quick. Here we are in the 30-minute time frame. And again, as I pull over my little dashboard out here for key instruments for different time frames, so I got my Chapman wave counts out here. So I'm looking for wave number 7. They don't get colored. So when they're topping or bottoming signals, I've got this set up so that it changes colors out there, so I know what to look for. But here we can see the 15-minute and 30-minute chart inside the Russell 2000, just telling us about at least a little counter trend rally or something else, but at least on those time frames, that's what it's signaling. Now, we take a look at a 30-minute time frame. It's got really 2 nice patterns out here. It's got your TD9 count bottom. That was on bar number 8. It's got the Rhodes momentum indicator pattern. That was confirmed at the bar that completed at 130. Because that was a bullish engulfing candle. So odds favor what price is going to do. It's back inside its profile, is make its way to 21.44. 21.44 is the oscillator and change line. It is red. If price tests and rejects it, meaning trades below it, that's a bearish message. And you would expect price to get back to test either 21.39 or the lows of the day. Whereas, sounds legal, doesn't it? Not really meant to be legal, but whereas if price closes above a red oscillator and change line, 21.44, that should take price up to its next resistance level. That's 21.51. If price were to close above 21.51, 21.64. That's the TD9 breakdown level out there for the Russell 2000 for its 30-minute time frame. I don't have the 15-minute out here, so I'm not going to pay attention, but you can see we've got different messages. Do we have different messages? Well, yes and no, because remember, we looked at the ES Mini out here, and even though it didn't have a bottoming pattern, what was it doing? It was testing key support and held. Right? So it didn't get the bottoming pattern like the Russell 2000 did, but being able to hold that key level of support on a 30-minute time frame out here. Now, you'll see other red lines on my chart. You'll see red, blue, black. You'll see a number of different colors. The ones with the number below it are the TD9 count support levels. The other red line that shows up out here, that is the Asian opening range. We won't go into the opening range, but still key support held inside the ES Mini while the Russell 2000 was forming its bottoming pattern out there. Let's see what we had inside the NQ. What's going on inside the NQ? Because that is really the strong indice today. The NDX is up 87 points. The NQ generated what? Not much. It generated a Rhodes momentum indicator pattern back here at about last night, almost at midnight. And ever since then, what we have seen is just simply a consolidation sideways move. Support, 13,288. 13,288 is its TD9 count support. What happened at 10 o'clock? Price tested and rejected it. Bounced up to where? Its TD9 breakdown resistance level. That's at 13,382.75. So watch 13,382.75. 2 closes above that inside the NQ on a 30-minute time frame tells us that price wants to continue to move higher. So that's what's going on an intraday basis for the equity futures contracts. If we take a look at what's going on from a profile standpoint out here, what you're going to see is prices above the daily and the weekly for the ES, for the NQ, for the Russell 2000. Not the case in the Dow, the big dog, the trophy horse. What's going on there? These markets will not move to the upside in any gigantic way until the trophy horse gives the clear signal. And so far, it has not. You'll have people, because I hear people today, hey, the Dow hit an all-time high. It does, but that is like useless information out there. At least Stevie thinks it's useless information. What was it doing as it was doing that? Where was resistance? Here, if we take a look at the Dow Equity Future Contract, put this up on the screen here, what you're going to see are the Rhodes Momentum Indicator topping patterns. That was generated. You'll see a number of them triggered here. The most recent one was confirmed about 4 days ago when it formed that, I think it was on Friday, when it formed that bearish, no, it was the 14th. It was on Thursday, formed that bearish engulfing candle session. In order for the Dow to negate that pattern, we need to see a close above 31,116. Or 31,091. So even though intraday it made a higher high, it still has been unable to take out resistance. If it can take out resistance, that's the Rhodes Momentum Indicator top for the daily time frame, as well as, which would be a close above, well, it wouldn't be a close above. So the real level that needs to close above is going to be 31,148. That's the top of the daily profile. If it can do that, then it ought to open up the floodgates for price to continue to move higher. It's not there yet, but that's what you should be looking for. That's what you should be watching for. As long as we're on the Dow Equity Future Contract charts, let's go look at the 30 and the 60-minute time frame and see what we see out here. In the case of the YM for its 30-minute time frame, price broke through one level of key support, the breakout area at 31,064, and then it did what? It went and tested the next one at 31,019. Now price is just bouncing up to the 31,109. It's a green oscillator and change line. If price can get above that, where is it headed to? You're exactly right. It's headed to 31,139, the top of its 30-minute profile. 60-minute time frame out here, we've got wave number 7. That is letter G. We've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out here. And still on a bounce, though. Look for price to get up to 31,138, the Dow Equity Future Contract out here. So what do we want to look at next? Well, let me just make sure, see if anybody has sent in any emails at steve@tfnn.com. Inside the Tiger's Den, if you do have an instrument you'd like me to go ahead and fire up on the screen and take a look at, would be happy to do that. So nothing in the queue just yet. Well, I'll take that back. I take that back. Neiman Marcus is interested in something. Just kidding. Marvin, well, they are, but Marvin A. Marvin writes in, I'd like to start a position, ticker symbol NIO. NIO. Okay, so let me kind of get my charts here organized, get going here. So NIO, that's the group that is making the nuclear truck. Is that what they're doing? Something like that? So let's go take a look at NIO when we get back from this breakout here for Marvin A., who's looking to get into a position. We'll be right back.
Hey there, I'm Andy Arbertine with Tiger Precious Metals and Stones. Whether you're looking to buy and sell precious metals or trying to find the perfect diamond ring, I'm here to help. I have over 15 years of experience with diamonds and precious metals. You can call me directly at 727-329-8245, and I will personally answer any questions you have and help you find exactly what you're looking for. I will be your personal concierge in the metal and stone business. Give me a call today, 727-329-8245.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back. We're taking a look at NIO. NIO is a ticker symbol. NIO is the name of the company. This is from Marvin A. He's looking to get into this. So we can see from a profile standpoint, just the daily and the weekly profiles, Marvin, are the ones that have formed out here. And this week, price has tested and rejected the top of its weekly profile, 57.20. That's a level you want to watch tomorrow. If price closes below, it would be the second close below 57.20, two consecutive close below that. And that could spell, hey, it wants to pull back. If it doesn't, we got to take a look at the charts. The daily profile out here, price is sitting just above the top of its daily profile, which is at 57.38 or 57.81. Support out here is going to be 49.69. All right, let's go look at my other chart, see what we can figure out here for NIO. And here, as we take a look at the daily time frame, we can see it's got a nice TD9 count top, which has taken price back to its first levels of support. The top of that daily profile, the oscillator and change line. It is trading below the oscillator and change line and above the top of its profile. It's neutral right now, Marvin. So it's neutral. The better buy on NIO at this stage, because of the TD9 count top, would be between 45.72 and 49.69, or we could say between 45.72 and 51.61. That is the buy zone on this, and I would be patient. Now, the weekly time frame chart doesn't have a topping pattern yet, and it may not get one. So the weekly chart looks pretty good. The monthly chart looks like this is going to be bar number 9 of a TD9 count. When this did bottom was bar number 8 of the TD9 count out there. That's how the TD9s work. That's part of it. So let's go take a look at the short-term time frames. As price was pulling back to define support at the top of that daily profile. Well, on a 15-minute basis, the answer would be no. I just see sideways consolidation. 30-minute chart is going to be the same pattern out here, just sideways consolidation. So we're not getting the warm and fuzzies out here from the short-term time frame, Marvin, and that says be patient, wait, and hopefully you'll see a bit of a pullback inside of NIO to get in between that 45.72 to 49.69 level. Thanks so much for writing in, and hope that helps you out. Hector and the fuel injectors want to take a look at AMZN, Amazon out here. So let's get that fired up, and let's go actually read the question and give Hector and Patty the information they need. Amazon is looking strong, like it will break out of a 7-month-long consolidation. Please confirm. Also, on a weekly, where would you draw an A to B equals CD pattern? So let's start with that in the case of Amazon. You asked about the weekly chart out here. So the A to B equals CD pattern that sticks out to me is this one. And this one, I would start with the low out here on December 24, 2018. And then I would go to the high out here. It looks like February 10th. Let's see. Yeah. So it's the week that began February 10th as my B point. And the C point out here is going to be March 16th. And you can see that price has made, so far it's made its way up to the 1 to 2 A to B equals CD. So if price can close above 33.52.97, not to be exact, but to be exact, 33.52.97, that's the top of its daily profile. That's going to suggest to move up to 39.27.12. Now, I'm thinking that what Hector thought that I would do, I don't know if he really thought that, so I don't know where I'm coming with that, but I'll bet somebody out there was saying, you know, Steve-O, can't you just draw in the bigger A to B equals CD? This one here, that's going to give you a price projection that's up in the God knows where, 5,000-6,000 level out here. 47.97, 53.21. It's just simply because I pulled the chart back further, and price has not made it past that swing point. So no reason to use that as the A to B equals CD, even though there's potential there. But this is the weekly chart. So it's at 33.52.97 level, and price is going to need to get above that to generate a. So I don't really see the consolidation so much. It's not on the larger time frame charts out here. Yeah, I mean, I guess the last 4 or 5 weeks, maybe it's been trading. Well, certainly it's been trading somewhat sideways out there, which would be another tool, Hector and Patty, that you can use to come up with a measured move breakout. Let's look at our other charts out here for Amazon. Let's go see what signals they're providing to us, if any. And at this stage of the game on the daily basis, nothing. We know where resistance is. It's 34.88.41. That's a TD9 breakdown level. And you can see how that was tested and how it held. So you know, even though that is not its all-time high, you know that the key area is 34.88.41. That's on the daily time frame. The weekly time frame here for Amazon paints the picture of a Rhodes momentum indicator top leading to a sideways consolidation. There's your sideways consolidation in between its weekly profiles out there. So no breakout message or anything along those lines, at least not just yet. Monthly time frame out here for Amazon has a Rhodes momentum indicator top and a TD9 count top. But price has not been able to bust through its oscillator and change line. And that's a key level to be watching. That's 31.20 or thereabouts on a monthly time frame. Real quickly on the intraday signals out here, just looking, what do we have inside of Amazon? We've got wave number 7 on a 30-minute time frame. That suggests price could pull back. If price closes below the current profile, that's really where it's trading at about right now, around, just call it 33.14. Then Amazon could actually pull back into 32.46. Nothing wrong with it. It's be a nice pullback, but that would just be coming back to its breakout area from a 30-minute time frame. So Hector and Patty, I hope that helps you out with regard to Amazon. Thanks so much for writing in on Thursday. Let's go see if we've got any other questions that are out here. I think we've gotten through everything that have come in by email, everything inside the Tiger's Den, and we still have more time left. So what are you guys talking about inside the Tiger's Den? It looks like I see there's discussion about coffee and discussions about natural gas. So let's join the conversation. Let's go take a look. What do you want to take a look at first? Let's go take a look at the March contract for coffee, see what it is doing out here. 3-21. Get this popular. We'll take a look at the daily, the intraday charts out here. So when we take a look at the daily time frame chart for coffee, we're going to see that this has something is weird. Okay, we're not going to look at it because this shows price trading all the way down to 0, so I know that that's not right. So, okay, we got to skip that. Let's go to natural gas. Let's take a look at this rolling into the March contract here. So let's go take a look at it, look for signals. Hopefully this isn't as corrupted. So here when we take a look at the March contract, you can see prices trading below the bottom of its bullish structure daily profile. This could be the second close in a row. Trading below the oscillator and change line. You got a little doji candle right now. This is suggesting a rendezvous at $2.40. If that's the breakout level, if price closes below that, price should get all the way back down to the recent lows. That's what the daily time frame chart shows. The 30-minute chart out here, what do we have? Let's take a quick peek. And we've got not much. So price tried to break out. That was in the last half hour. That was the 1 to 1:30 session as price got above $2.48. But we're back down below that area. That was the top of the profile. Nonetheless, if in fact natural gas can find its mojo, move higher, then $2.53 is the first key level that you're going to want to see price close above. That is a TD9 breakdown level for the 30-minute time frame. The hourly time frame out here, what do we have? We had a TD9 count that has held so far. But if that fails, that tells us we head down to lower price. 2-hour time frame chart just showing us price at support. That's at 2.468. 2.468. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. The printing presses are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The U.S. deficit has risen 200% in 1 year with no end in sight. The markets are looking for an additional stimulus bill to get us through this once-in-a-generation pandemic. There is no free lunch, folks. The more stimulus dollars put into the marketplace, the less your dollar is worth each and every day. This is the time to protect yourself with a portion of your portfolio in the metal market. The Gold Report comes out each Monday morning. I bisect and dissect the dollar, silver, gold, the XAU, and the HUI. The Gold Report is a long-term hedge against the dilution of your buying power. The U.S. has put more than $6 trillion into the marketplace in the last 6 months, with more expected in the next few months. The market did and does need the stimulus, but it will have long-term implications on our buying power. The Gold Report comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Go to TFNN.com and order the Gold Report now. Protect your buying power. Order the Gold Report now.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based, vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go out to one of the wonders of the world. That is Mike in Niagara Falls. Mike, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Okay. Could you look at Titan International, ticker symbol TWI? I'm looking to put it on a long-term position trade. Any chance this thing could slide all the way back to the night of the election?
To the night of the election. That I don't know. Here's what I can tell you that it's doing right now. And it doesn't. My chart doesn't have today's data on it, but it's got a TD9 count top, and we know the price is trading at 663. It's trading, so it's got a firm top. It's trading below its oscillator and change line. This suggests a pullback to 483. So I don't know what price was at the night of the election, but the daily time frame chart is signaling this could pull back to $4.83. The weekly chart has a confirmed sell the D point as of right now. Doesn't show up on my chart here, but it does. So that is suggesting lower price. on a 30-minute time frame chart, just short term out here, it is in bar number 9 of a TD9 count. That says that you could see some type of bounce, Mike, in TWI that would begin by 2:30. If whatever the low is, either this 30-minute bar or the next 30-minute bar, if price cascades below that, that tells you about a strong momentum move to the downside. And on a 30-minute basis, that price target would be $5.67. So I don't know where price was trading the night of the election, but this has enough topping signals to suggest that it should continue to pull back to give you the opportunity to get in. Does that help you out?
Thank you very much, sir.
You bet.
Thank you.
You bet. You bet. That was Mike in Niagara Falls. Folks, stay tuned, please, for 2 more great hours. Your favorite polar bear. He's my favorite polar bear, and he's up next. After that, Obi-Wan Kenobi to take us on home. And I'll be back with you on a fabulous, fantastic Friday. Thanks so much for being here. Be safe out there. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow.